So I went to a wedding the other day. It was very nice. Even the cake was in tears. I'll see myself out.
Perfect.
Hey Google, collection on. Now that is cool. I've said it time and time again, Shoestack are the best in the game. If you're interested in some of these crates and even that smart plug that I can actually talk to now, well, click the link in the description box. They're not sponsoring this video, but I am affiliated with them, and for me, they are the best in the business. Now with that out of the way, there is a little topic that I did want to talk about, and it's actually based on a silhouette in itself. One you might have heard of, just a little sneaker called the Jordan 1 High. So I was actually planning to do a separate review to the Jordan 1 High Lucky Green, but instead I thought it's time to address the elephant in the room. So the Jordan 1 High, where did it all go wrong? So there was two things in particular that boomed the Jordan hype over here in the UK. When the Last Dance documentary came out, there was so much hype and demand for Jordans. Honestly, I've never seen nothing like it, and because over here in the UK, predominantly we're mainly into Air Max sneakers. Don't get me wrong though, there are some Jordan fans that have been around for quite some time, way before I got into the sneaker game. Over here, we're mainly known for the Air Max love. Now the next thing that made a lot of people take more interest into sneakers and specifically Jordans. One of the maddest times ever in history, of course, it is COVID. A lot of people lost their jobs, they were on furlough, and maybe some people couldn't get employed at all. So one of the easiest things to buy and sell were of course sneakers. So picture that, a lot of people buying sneakers just to sell because they have to make money, of course. But then TikTok came along. And that boosted the likes of Dunks and of course Jordans. So there were a time where Jordan 1 mids were laughed upon, but now people are probably wearing them more than actual Jordan 1 High. And that's because of social influence on TikTok, and a lot of women like to wear them too. Now there's no shade on the Jordan 1 mid over here. I don't really care. I've had them, I've worn them, and I've pretty much loved them. I'm not one of those sneakerhead snobs. You wear what you like and you buy what you like. But let's fast forward to now, 2023. Where did it all go wrong? And where's the Jordan 1 hype gone? There's a few things in my opinion. Now one of the main reasons, just like say the Nike Dunk, there's so many colorways that they release that they shouldn't have. And because these shoes are so mass produced, the materials aren't really what people want. And especially when you're spending £100+ pounds. When certain brands oversaturate a shoe in terms of their release, a lot of people don't really want it anymore. And when you're not a diehard fan of a shoe, you're only gonna be picking up maybe 1 or 2 pairs. I feel like even with New Balance, they're kind of seeing that with the 550s and even the 2002 Rs. So I feel like one of the main reasons why Jordan 1s are starting to sit on shelves now and even go below retail is because of how many colorways they come out with. Don't get me wrong, one of the most iconic shoes ever released, if not the most iconic. And because there's so many different colorways coming out near enough every week, people just like myself are becoming a lot more picky. And I think Jordan brand might need to take a break from the Jordan 1. A little break maybe for a couple years or so, and then bring it back with a bang. And not to forget, last year, the Lost and Found Jordan 1, that was like the epitome of the Jordan 1. For a lot of people, myself included, it's been one of their grails ever since. The last retro that I can remember, the official Chicago colorway, not the Spider-Man, was way back in 2015. So I feel like once you've got your dream shoe, there's nothing more to compare it to. Now with those reasons aside, of course, one of the biggest factors is money. Not a lot of people have that sort of money to spend on sneakers anymore. The likes of inflation and of course cost of living has gone up significantly. So a lot of people now that weren't really diehard sneakerheads have really gone off buying shoes. And I'll be honest bruh, I'm not going to sit here on my high horse. If it wasn't for YouTube, I probably wouldn't do it as well. But even now, I am a lot more selective in terms of buying for my own personal collection. Buying for a review is a whole different kettle of fish, but buying for my personal collection, I have to be a lot more picky. So those are some of the main reasons that I think a lot more people have gone off the Jordan 1. And not just the Jordan 1, of course other sneakers too. I feel like core sneakerheads are always going to be around no matter what. But I feel like people that just sort of dabbled because it was like the coolest thing to do at the time have, I guess, technically grown out of it. And we're seeing it with the likes of resellers. There's nowhere near as much as there were, say, in 2020. And circling back round, that's why I've been able to buy the Lucky Greens and the Gorge Greens for under retail. I got the Gorge Greens all in for about 140, I think it was, and the Lucky Greens I actually picked up for 130. Now they did both retail at 165, so that just says it all. But just think about it, in 2020 or even 2021, paying that much for a Jordan 1 High, you gotta be out of your mind. But the Jordan 1 High Lucky Green, honestly, it's one of the best colorways that I've seen to the Jordan 1. And you know what? This lace swap just makes it even better for me. I don't know about you broskies, but these do look so much cleaner. And I know a lot of people like the black laces in them, but for me, the white ones are just a winner. But of course, going around the shoe a little bit, it's pretty much true to size like a normal Jordan 1 High. Of course, the leather's pretty clean, I won't lie. The premium leather to the green panels are so much better than the rest of the shoe. And for me, black toe Jordan 1s always look the best, apart from the Chicago colorway, of course. Now we have seen green work on a Jordan 1 before, with the likes of the Pine Green 2.0s as well, and that's just to name a few. I just think you can't really go wrong with green, black and white. And one of the best things about this shoe is the box as well. I really feel like they should be doing this with every Jordan 1 High that drops. It just gives it that extra bit of sentiment when getting a Jordan 1 High, just to separate it from every other Jordan. I know Jordan 4s are starting to do that as well. Jordan 3s have been doing it. So it's nice to see a different box compared to the regular black and red one. But broskies, of course, the Jordan 1 High Lucky Green is an absolute buy in my opinion, but let me know down below what you think. But anyways broskies, I really hope you enjoyed this style video, and if you want me to waffle on about specific silhouettes or just any topics in general, comment them down below as well. And whilst you're here, don't forget to hit me up on the socials and like, comment, subscribe, share, and till the next episode, take care. One second. Hey Google, collection off. Now that is cool. Come on. Anyways broskies, I'm out.